Hey, what's the story? Yours truly, Philbo here, and welcome back to Philbo Reviews for another live concert review. This time in the shape of Damien Dempsey for the Sing Song of the Summer in Ivory Gardens. It is his 13th year. 13 years doing a double header in the Ivory Gardens in Dublin city centre, and the sun was absolutely splitting the skies. Some of the hottest weather Dublin has seen in an age, and I got to go along first night, Friday, July 11th. So let's get into it, shall we? I'm a very seasoned Damien Dempsey fan, and I've been attending his shows since 2006, 2005, and I've seen him many times. And as you know, on the channel, I review music, I review concerts, I review movies, all sorts of stuff. So remember, it's just my opinion on the concert. Please don't feel offended or upset with anything I say or anything about this. It's just an opinion. Everyone's got one. Let's just respectfully talk about it in the comments. Bit of back and forth. See what we think, what we liked, what we didn't like. And you know what? Let's just have a bit of fun with it, shall we? So, let's get started with Damien Dempsey live at the Ivory Gardens, July 11th. Okay, so let's start right at the beginning, shall we? Absolutely blisteringly sunny day. The Ivory Gardens was lit up like a summer sun. It was incredible. The buzz was in the air. Everybody was happy. There was great vibes, great atmosphere, great setup, great stage setup. The way that the actual standing area dips into the, as Damo has told us many times, it used to be a lake, a 5 foot lake, originally, and it's so cool the setup of the Ivory Gardens. It is one of the most pitch perfect venues Dublin has to offer, especially in the sunny sun. So let's start at the beginning. Damien Dempsey hits the stage at 8:30 sharp, and he goes straight into Hope Calling, which of course was one of the singles from his latest album, Hold Your Joy. Really enjoyed this as an opener. I would have liked to have seen it sooner in the set list. I think it's a great uplifting song from Hold Your Joy. But then again, I find an awful lot of the songs from Hold Your Joy are being misused at the moment. I mean, when I first heard We Are the Love, yeah? We Are the Love is track 6 from Hold Your Joy. The minute I heard We Are the Love, I thought, that's a new finisher. We are the love. Can you imagine that? Echoing through the streets, just like Love Yourself Today echoes through the streets, can be heard from miles down the road at Dame Street, from Vicar Street, or it can be heard from Ivory Gardens down to Stephen's Green Shopping Centre. I mean, I don't know what, that song, for me, that song, in case you hadn't guessed, We Are the Love was not in Friday night set list. But I just crave the day that song is given its due course, given its chance. I know the classics are the classics, and Damo knows his crowd, and the crowd know Damo. But I think some changes need to be made, and in my opinion, We Are the Love could be an incredible opener to a show, or a closer. I know closers are closers. Bands very rarely change their closing song because it's their bread and butter, of course. But Hope Calling, in this particular instance, was a great opener. Really enjoyed it, and great to see a song of Hold Your Joy. His latest album, of course, too. Open proceedings. Then we step straight into Sing All Our Cares Away from the 2005 masterpiece, which recently got a vinyl release. Picked that up. Absolutely brilliant. Sing All Our Cares Away from Shots. An incredible anthem. A beautifully written song. One of my all-time favourites. I was belting my lungs out with that song. That song means the absolute world to me. I adore it. And getting that in the set list is always getting me high as a goddamn kite. So Sing All Your Cares Away, beautifully performed as per usual. And then track 3, moving along very nicely. We stop off at Almighty Love for Busting Out of Here, which every time I hear it, I think of the poor dearly departed Sinead O'Connor, who did an incredible backing vocal for Damo on this track. She joined him in Vicar Street a couple of times at Christmas a few moons ago. doing the backing vocals for Busting Out of Here. Incredible. Busting Out! You know it. Incredible. And Busting Out of Here, I don't think gets the credit it deserves. I'm so glad he keeps it in the set list as a regular song, because it's a brilliant song. I think it is absolutely one of the best of Almighty Love. I absolutely adore it live. It's always performed so well. I was absolutely delighted to see it again here today. So 3 for 3, we are absolutely winning. Next, we got into another new track, I Can Feel Your Presence, and I spoke to an absolutely beautiful family beside me at the front of the show. A lady, a gentleman, and their young daughter enjoying the show, and they knew their stuff. They'd been to see him a bunch of times. We were talking music, and I go, fun fact, I go, do you know I Can Feel Your Presence is about Sinead O'Connor, because Damo and John of course, dear John Reynolds, was of course married to Sinead, and Damo was a dear friend of her. And during the writing and recording of Hold Your Joy, they felt her presence during the making and during the recording, and that's why that song. And as I said to the ladies, fun fact, and she thought that was cool. But beautiful song, first time seeing it performed live, really got a great kick out of it. Really stunning, powerful song, and a great addition, and slotted in very well after a very strong, upbeat trio to start. So next we came into Seize the Day. Yes, you better believe it. Seize the Day from Seize the Day from Seize the Day. Woo! Sunstroke. Seize the Day from Seize the Day. Absolutely. Okay, you do it. Oh, brilliant. I love the way the crowd sings it. It's so good. Living every day like it was my last. I mean, come on everyone. Time, it goes so fast. I adore that song. Brilliant. Great to see it back in the show. I know it's not there always, but absolutely delighted to see it this time around. Then next up, Chris and Stevie, and yours truly, Phil, could not help but think and ponder about my dearly departed brother, Gaz Crowley. And actually, a little bit of a tidbit for you. The last time me and Gaz spent time together before he passed was at Damien Dempsey in the Ivory Gardens in 2018. That was the last time we saw each other before he passed. And no Gaz didn't. No, Chris and Stevie zooms in on suicide. Gaz had heart failure due to hospital negligence, but that is another story. But love you, Gaz, always and always. But every time Chris and Stevie comes on, we used to throw our arms around each other and just absolutely sob, because everybody has been touched by suicide in some way or another. I set up this YouTube channel to help my mental health grow, to share my love, to share my interests, and this was a platform for me to reach out to like-minded people to try and get my head back. And then, of course, thanked his dear mother for helping him, as he always does, which is an incredible thing. Reach out, everybody. As Damo says, as the Strong suggests, talk to me and tell me how you feel. Lean on me. My love is real. Lean on me. I'm here. My love is real. I couldn't see through I couldn't see through the glasses. The tears had completely soaked the lens of the glasses. Beautiful song. Again, I think it should never leave Damo's set list. It's too important. It's too potent. It's too necessary. It was perfect. Next, we had a kind of an unusual one. Not terribly unusual. School Days Over from Rocky Road, the cover album. And again, I enjoyed it, but for me, it just seemed a little out of place. I mean, it's grand. It's a nice sing song. But I just think, take out the School Days Over. Put in Born to Love, or go back to Hold Your Joy. Get more leverage out of this new album. That's my opinion. You need to Ray of Sun. I mean, anything. Don't leave out the covers completely, but use the original material and get it out. The new Hold Your Joy stuff needs, I mean, I would have had Born to Love in there, absolutely. Getting another new song in, and then into. But again, I do enjoy School Days Over. Like, I've been to gigs, dozens and dozens and dozens of gigs over the years, and I've heard these songs dozens and dozens of times. And for me, School Days Over, I think, in my opinion, you could shelf that track. It's great and all, but it has paid its due since 2008 or so, when Rocky Road was released. And I think it should be replaced, in my humble opinion, with something from Hold Your Joy. Good song, but again, it led me into the next one. Patience came again from, of course, Shots. And again, I think I've seen, I know the number always changes. I'll count the tickets in the box one of these days and get a number. But it's like 48, 49 times I've seen Damo, right? And since Shots came out in 2005, Patience has been in the set list. 2005, we're talking 20 years now. 20 years that this song. And for me, I again think Patience. I know it's a classic. Hear me out. I know it's a classic. I do. It served. It's served. But we got to start. We got to start getting the new classics rolling. We got to get a. He's got. I think. If, in my opinion, Damo's got to make some changes. Make some real changes to the set list. And for me, I think Patience. Again, it's just you take a few slogs. I know that song upside down, back to front, left, right, up, down, the whole bit. And I think for me, there was a slight lull in the concert for School Days Over, and then Patience. That's just for me personally. But for me, I would take Patience out permanently and replace it with something along the lines of, I mean, as far as the upbeat songs go, maybe bring back the Jar song. Take me out on the Jar today, from Seize the Day. And it's right dead in the middle of the set, and it'll keep the tempo, it'll keep the energy, it'll keep all that good stuff. But for me, Patience, unfortunately, pardon the pun, Philbo has lost his patience with Patience. But all was saved in the next. Now, don't get me wrong, I love School Days Over and Patience, but this is the review. This is just it. Next up was the incredible Soul Son, which I think is criminally underused at Damo's live shows. Criminally underused. I mean, Soul Son was one of my favourite songs off that album. So it's Soul Son. Oh my god, what was the name of the album? Soul Son. It was on the one, the swirls on the front, and it had Soft Rain, and it had Big Big Love, and it had Family. I'm fucking with you. I'm only joking with you. Of course, it's from the album Soul Son. I'm only messing with you guys. But yeah, I had just going there. If you were watching it going, it's off Soul Son, you twat. I hope that worked well and you got a laugh out of that. Yes, Soul Son, the first song off the album Soul Son. Criminally underused. Was absolutely thrilled beyond recognition to see this song live. Damo, guitar out of hand, a cappella up in this. Absolutely gorgeous song. I got a video of it on the channel. I'll put the links below for all the footage from the concert. Loved it. Soul Son. Then straight into Serious. Now, Serious, just like Patience. No, not quite. Serious is incredible. Serious is out since To Hell or Barbados, right? But that is just the message in that is timeless, and it needs to, just like Chris and Stevie. I think Chris and Stevie and Serious need to seriously live in Damo's set from now until the end of time. There's certain songs for me that, and that brings me to one song that wasn't played tonight that was almost criminal, in my opinion, not to play. But again, back and forth in the comments, guys, talk to me. I'd love to respectfully talk about what you like, there's not really anything you don't like when it comes to Damo. I mean, let's get real. But if you could have things switched around and just to make the set list a little more to your liking, that's what I mean. Just slight alterations. He doesn't need changes because he is, in fact, the legendary Damien Dempsey. But, over time, nearly 40 years old, saw him first gig, like 18 or 19, we've been around. But Serious, brilliant. I absolutely adore the song. I adore when they put it into Cardboard Gangsters and that scene as well. That Mark O'Connor film and John Connor's film. Brilliant. Then we got into another new track as well. Now I think another opportunity was missed. Factory John was put in here after Serious. Now I've no problem with Factory John. I think it's one of the better songs on Hold Your Joy. But again, in my opinion, there is so much more potential on the album to put in. And I remember at Vicar Street, Christmas Gone or the Christmas before, I think it's Christmas Gone. James McLean, that song was put in, and I thought, as in my last review, I thought that was a massive misstep as far as using it. But in my opinion, Factory John was fine. But again, the likes of Born to Love and We Are the Love. I mean, Landlords and the Government. I mean, Devil's Dandruff. All these tracks, you know, put them out there. Keep them out there. They will grow on people just like everything else. And they will be adored and loved. And they will be the new singbacks, you know. But again, Factory John, I did enjoy it. I hadn't heard that live before, and it was very, very good. Rocky Road to Dublin. Again, the cover. It's fine. It's an Irish traditional classic. Damo is incredible at singing it. The band are incredible at playing it. John Reynolds on drums, the whole bit. Eamon de Barra, Claire Kenny, all the usual suspects. Claire Kenny and Eamon have been with him since day one, and John Reynolds. I mean, I remember the first double header he ever did in Vicar Street was in like November 14th and 15th, I think, 07. I think that the Vicar Street Christmas setup only came to be on to Hella Barbados, I think. Could be wrong. But every time, from the very first gig I saw, John Reynolds on drums, Eamon de Barra on whistles, and Claire Kenny on bass. Absolutely brilliant. Love seeing that those guys still play together. The chemistry and the love between them on stage is second to none. But Rocky Road, absolute winner. Always good for a bit of a dance. And if any of the covers, along with Rainy Night in Soho, mwah, My Wedding Song, an absolute masterclass cover. Yeah, amazing. Love Rocky Road. Next up, Apple of My Eye, the absolute pinnacle of sing-song when it comes to Damo's gig. And again, a song that must stay in the set list forever and ever and ever. Truly masterful song. Extreme, beautiful melody. Stunning whistles from Eamon de Barra in the beginning. Iconic. Absolutely iconic. Gorgeous track. Fantastic. Check out my video. I did a video for Apple of My Eye in the description below, and check it out. It's very, very cool. Next up, we had The Colony, of course, another staple of the Damo live show. But do I think it needs to be in every live show? No. I think The Colony needs to slowly work its way out of, because there's nothing wrong with The Colony. I know every single lyric of that song. I know it front to back to, you know, I've seen it live over 40 times. And as far as with the new album, we've got Soul Son now, we've got Hold Your Joy. We gotta start tipping into them. And for me, with The Colony, I did enjoy it, but again, it just, again, I don't know whether it was where it was put in the set list. Maybe I would have had it a bit close. Maybe I would have thrown it in with After Serious, maybe kept the kind of serious tone and swapped with Factory John. I'm not sure, but again, incredible song, and it's always a very powerful experience watching it and hearing it. And then Party On, absolutely adore Party On. The Party On, that other, and you know what? Before I get to the end, that gimmick track, you know, that I don't actually even know the name, Cucullin or something, where where Damo has everybody crouched down and then hop around. I've never liked that. Never, ever. I think it's a gimmick. I think it's ham. I think it's the whole lot. Fun, I suppose, but no. And you know what? No sign of it tonight. No sign of it at all. And you know what? Absolutely delighted. I have never liked it being in the set. I think it's taken up a completely unnecessary space that could be filled by the likes of Seize the Day or Party On. But the fact that Party On was sacrificed for this track as the kind of, well, I want to see you jumping. I want to see you jumping. Party On is the jumping song. It always has been. And in my eyes, it always will be. Party On, when that final bit of music kicks in at the end of Party On. Do, do, do. I mean, I have seen the foundations of Vicar Street absolutely erupt with bodies 2-3 feet in the air, dancing, swinging, just complete love, and nearly crowd surfing. I think I saw once during Party On. Absolutely wild. And to kind of to put that Coops Cullen song and everybody down, and then they all jump up, and to take Party On out of it, I think I'm never with that. So I say leave Party On. Party On has got to be, in my opinion, again, I keep saying that. I know I shouldn't, it's a review. But your opinions are absolutely welcome. Drop all your comments down below. Everything you agree or disagree with what I'm saying, let's respectfully talk about it down below. But for me, Party On needs to be an absolute 100% staple in the Damo show. Scrap that gimmick song. I mean, I've seen the set list for Saturday night. I was there Friday, not Saturday, but I believe it's not on the set list for Saturday either. So just sever that, if you ask me. Just sever that track and put Party On in permanently, because Party On is the most upbeat, entertaining, absolute riot of the best time. I mean, the best time. Some of the greatest, most funnest, most exhilaratingly, like just absolute perfect moments have been over the last 25 years. Seeing Damo play Party On since it came out on Shots, and that ending thing, just it can't be beat. Crouching down and jumping up, forget it. Party On is the ultimate Damo party track. Yeah, you bet. So next we went into A Rainy Night in Soho. Incredible song. I've always adored this song. As I say, it was my wedding song. Absolutely loved it. I mean, it's a gorgeous track. Rest in peace, Shane MacGowan. Thank you for giving this song to us. But yeah, great track. And then we finished with It's All Good. Of course we finished with It's All Good. You know why? Because it is an absolute masterpiece. Absolutely adore It's All Good. The performance, the crowd, the Love Yourself Today chant, everything about it is absolutely stunning. And this was no different. Damo absolutely positively had the crowd in the palm of his hand, as he did during practically the entire performance. And what a finish. It was just absolutely stunning. Now, that's the set list. That's the show. Incredible day. Incredible venue. If I had any negatives about the day at all, it would be with the security in Ivory Gardens. And without getting into that, just watch my apple of my eye video right till the end, and you'll see where my problem lies. But who's going to nitpick about one little thing? I thought the show was incredible. Damo sounded, played, the energy, everything about it was brilliant. Now again, a few nitpicks with the set list, but you know, that's always going to happen with hardcore fans and people who've been with them for a long time. They know what they like, they know what they love. But with Damo, it's not what you don't like or what you hate. With Damo, it's just like what you love, what you adore, what you absolutely like, what you you know, there's just levels of greatness. There's no bad, there's no poor, there's no nothing. There's just songs are either great, outstanding, brilliant, or a masterpiece. And for me, there's just a few great ones when they could have been replaced with excellent ones, you know. But it was such a great time, honest to God, great time. And shout out to the pulled pork burger on one of those stands. Holy God, pulled pork burger with pickles and all that, pickles and onions and all. Oh, it was unbelievable. And shout out to Arthur Guinness as well. I may have sampled one or two of his products. I hope you grab one of these t-shirts, limited edition Damo t-shirts. Everyone who went tonight, Saturday night, enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. Drop some comments, drop the set list, what you liked, what you didn't like, anything at all. But it is an incredible time, and Damo now really is, for all the years I've seen him, he is just so brilliant. And his fans are brilliant. I got to speak to a beautiful family up the front. A gentleman beside me I was speaking to as well. A couple of ladies knew me from the Damo page and said hello. I mean, absolutely loved it. Really and truly. And yeah, that's it. So if I was to mark this Damien Dempsey night out of 10, I would have to say a couple of slight issues with the set list, and nothing to do with the performance. The performance was absolutely A1. It's just, for me, it wasn't quite the greatest gig I have experienced. I mean, my favourite songs, for example, would be Ghosts of Overdoses, Soft Rain, I Adore, and he didn't play Negative Vibes. That was as well. He didn't play Negative Vibes, which I don't think I've ever come across that. I mean, it's on tonight's set list. I've seen the Saturday night when it has it on that. So I don't know whether it was time restraints or last second changes, but there was no Negative Vibes. You know, the likes, you know, there's just Canadian Geese. I love Canadian Geese. But you know, it is what it is. Great show. All in all, I think it's a 9 out of 10. Right? A nitpick about the set list is just me. You know, I after so many years, you kind of think to yourself which way you would love to see it, but you can't take anything away from the performance, apart from a few nitpicks and a couple of gripes with the set list. It is a strong 9 out of 10 for Damien Dempsey. The Friday night, July 11th in Ivory Gardens. May those gigs continue forever and ever. Each summer. Summer is, in fact, in our hearts. That's another great one as well. You know, Kilburn Stroll, How Strange, the actual song to Hell or Barbados. I mean, you can't forget these songs. You cannot forget these songs. And I hope they come back around at some stage. But thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to Philbo Reviews if you enjoy talking Damo. There's plenty of live Damo videos on the channel right now, so check them out. Drop your likes and your comments, and be sure to stop by to Philbo Reviews on YouTube for all your Damo needs. Next gig will probably be around Christmas time. We're gonna get more videos, more set lists, more, you know, the whole bit. You know, Damo is the truth. Damo is what's real. Damo, ever since I laid ears on Seize the Day, 3 days after it was released in 2003, and I heard Negative Vibes, it was never going to be the same again. And me and my wife have followed you. Me and my wife have seen you all over the country. We haven't gone abroad. I know there's people out there who've gone to Australia to see you. Super duper hardcore. But we've had road trips to Galway, to Mayo, to Leitrim, you name it, all the way around the country, and every time it was an amazing, brilliant, different, unique. A lot of them were solo shows, just you and your guitar, and obviously the band shows are limited to kind of Ivory Gardens and Vicar Street, but it's always incredible. You've been a massive part of me and my wife's lives, and really brought us together in love and harmony. And you know what? You're an incredible artist and an even better person. And stay as wonderful as you are, Damo. You are the truth, and don't you forget it. Thanks for watching. Stay cool. May the sun always shine, and catch you soon. Philbo, outski.